Thomas with Nintendad again. I recently covered Legends of Amberland, The Forgotten Crown from Silver Lemur Games and Pineapple Works. Now, if you're a fan of first-person dungeon crawlers, and if you're anything like me, seeing the game in all of its retro glory makes a huge difference. That's why I decided to take some of my footage and throw together a quick video review. Hopefully it helps out. Legends of Amberland is all about exploring a vast world. There's no shortage of ancient ruins, haunted caverns, or monster-infested castles. There's a token story which serves its purpose to get your heroes into action. You receive a rather cryptic message from an old friend. He currently serves in the king's court as the royal wizard. Don't be surprised when he sends you on the greatest fetch quest of all time. In all honesty, the main quest with its story attached were rather forgettable. But I didn't come here for the story. I came to get lost in dark dungeons surrounded by vicious monsters. Combat is turn-based in Legends of Amberland. As you can see, you can create a party of up to 7 unique individuals, with several job classes to choose from. Movement is done on a grid with a large open world map to wander, and numerous dungeons and side quests. The controls caught me off guard at first. In order to view or use any part of your menu, you have to hold down the ZL trigger, and your 90-degree turns are done with the right and left bumpers. Despite the slightly confusing setup, it only took a few minutes to grasp and adjust my style of play. During the fighting sequences, the same control scheme applies unless you want to spam the attack button. Well, actually you'll do plenty of that if you take a few fighters along. Melee combatants are limited to their basic attack and a single skill which can only be used once between resting, so long bouts of brutish slugfests weren't uncommon. And if your team is flanked with magic users, you'll find a decent variety of spells to cast. You'll even unlock more as your team levels up. Throughout your journey, you'll find more than enough safe havens. Towns and castles alike provide shelter to rest, stores to shop, and taverns to get your fill of rations and lore. It's only at these locations that you can level up your characters. After spending a fair amount of time exploring and gaining experience, you have to visit a trainer and pay coins to increase your levels. At first I wasn't sure I was going to like this approach. Fortunately, the system works out well, since money isn't hard to come by. It actually was really nice to quest for a few hours and return to town and jump up a handful of levels at a time. Legends of Amberland ran smoothly on the Nintendo Switch. As you can see from the graphics, the pixelated presentation draws heavy inspiration from the 90s era of this genre. The music is likewise reminiscent of games 30 years past. Even though Legends of Amberland isn't without flaws, I sank countless hours into this retro gem and loved every minute of it. The story is forgettable and the music can be repetitive, especially in certain dungeons. The controls were clunky at first, but I got used to those. All of these irritants subsided once I got to explore this vast world with its pleasing character creator and numerous dungeons to delve. Overall, I give Legends of Amberland, The Forgotten Crown, a Nintendad score of 4 out of 5. Thanks for watching and don't forget to subscribe.